He said the car is really good balance-wise. Not talking about what kind of adjustments, but a lot of guys are talking about. If we get a caution from 0 to 15 laps into a run, teams are talking about the two-tire scenario, but they've got to be very careful.
Trouble.
Trouble.
Back straight away. One car sliding toward the wall and stops short.
Boris said the 60 car had to race his way in.
Nothing. In the grass in the back straightaway. You all right, boys?
Caution will wave.
First caution of the day, and it looked to be as if it could have been a single car incident. The veteran road racing champion is going to run half a dozen or so cup races in a car from out of Jack Rouse's shops.
We've seen so much trouble off of turn 2, and again, we'll just point out it's a lot to do with the wind, and then of course you come down off of turn 2 out of the banking over there, the track really flattens out as you come down out of the banking.
Watch the number 60 bottom of your screen.
On the bottom. Wow.
It just looked like that car had that four-wheel drift up off the corner onto the backstretch.
It's almost what happened to Michael in the qualifying race when he got into Dale Jr. That thing just took off, baby.
Of oil.
Well, let's go back to where all this started. And then we have the dust up on pit road as you see Tony Stewart. Kyle Petty, debris came off Kyle's car when he had a tire problem. Tony ran over some of it. And then this.
That's serious right there. That's that right front fender that he had problems with in the qualifying race. And the butt shootout, I'm sorry, that he had to get fixed before he could run very well.
And it also blocked Tony Stewart in a 20 car. He almost was involved in that, but they were heads up enough to stop. And that's whose shoulders I put this whole thing on. That driver can't make that call buckled in that race car. It has to be on the shoulders of the crew chiefs and the spotters.
The big side headrests on these cars to protect the drivers, give them very little peripheral vision. Now you see what happened to Kyle Petty. A right rear tire let go and just shredded and sent itself through the sheet metal. Some of that ended up on the track.
Guys, we got a tire wrapped around the housing. You've got to get that off, okay?
That's Kyle's spotter. And after Kyle dropped that tire and those metal pieces, look at Tony Stewart, top of your screen, running right over it.
I'm surprised the spotter didn't give him a heads up on that. Maybe he did and we don't hear it, but I'm surprised.
Oh, there goes Tony. Oh my goodness.
Crash in turn 4.
Man,
and there in the midst of it sits Tony Stewart and Kurt Busch, the two leaders.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Tony got a little loose all at once.
Kurt Busch, the two, will go straight to the garage area.
I'm worried about you. I ain't worried about that car.
That was Greg Zipadelli, Stewart's crew chief. And the strongest Chevy and the strongest Dodge in Daytona are wrecked.
Let's watch it. I don't know if Kurt got into the back of Tony or not. Let's wait till we get around here and see. Tony's car just Tony hit the apron. He got down on the apron. He got a little bit loose. Kurt was all over the back of him, and there he goes.
Tony's dropped the window net on his car. That's a signal to safety workers that he is okay. Watch the yellow line.
Yeah, watch the left front tire. Gets it on the apron just a little bit. You see the car wiggle, and he gets loose. He's got to probably lift out of the throttle a tad. And here comes Kurt. Cannot get off of him. They make contact.
And then once Tony gets sideways, nowhere for Kurt Busch and the two to go.
What a shame. Goes under him. Mark gave him some room, and there they go.
There's Jimmy Johnson, the 48 car. Here we go.
Tony Raines with him. Denny Hamlin.
That was inevitable. It had to happen. You can't be this late in the race, be bunched up like that, and not have trouble. Holy cow, did you see that shot? Snapped his head around. Thank goodness for those big headrests.
Caution is out for the third time today.
Rudiman.
David Rudiman crashed.
There's several more back there.
And this all started somewhere back about the 15th place.
Start breaking down.
Jimmy Johnson, last year's winner and the series champion.
He's okay. He's trying to get it cranked up and hopefully get it back to the pits.
Watch 66 in the middle. Nope, it's in front of him. It's
48 car just lost it.
Gosh.
Right. I mean, right in the middle of the straightaway.
I mean, it's almost like a tire went down or something, because a car, to make a move like that, either something broke, a tire went down, because the car didn't move like that on the straightaway. 11 car going by there, Denny Hamlin. He got damage. Man, he hit that outside wall a ton.
And just nowhere for all these guys to go. There you see, they just started stacking up on the inside.
And where Johnson hit the wall was after where the safer barrier in turn 2 ends. So he hit the concrete and bounced right out into traffic. Afternoon, our computer scoring a little latent there. And from high above.
It's what you call a wad right there. They get all wadded up, and the 25 and the 99, and 99 gets in the fence. 26 was involved. Jamie McMurray in the 26, Carl Edwards in the 99. See Joe Nemechek in the 13, bumps into Carl, but in the meantime,
yeah, this was not quite what brought out the caution. Watch the yellow cat car.
He gets forced into the pit lane. Here's what I don't think he realizes. He's got a flat right front tire.
150 miles an hour. Blaney is trying to scrub off speed.
And just nowhere for Ken Schrader, the 21 car, to go.
Or Boyer in the 07 car. I don't think he realized he had a flat tire, and when he got to the end of pit road, he couldn't turn.
Came right out in front of Ken Schrader. Clint Boyer also damaged, and Schrader's Little Debbie's car is a wreck. Remember, Schrader and Buddy Baker were the 2 drivers to win on Sunday and then on Thursday and have a shot to win the 500. To go in the Daytona 500.
What do you think? Oh, there's a car in trouble.
Jamie McMurray, the 26 car, bounces off the outside wall.
And around they go.
Ricky Rudd, the 88 car. Caution will be out.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And remember, when the caution comes out, at the moment of caution, the field is frozen.
What do we got? 5 laps to go, 4 to go this time. It looks like we may get a green-white checker here.
McMurray is done. Rudd and Earnhardt trying to make it back to the pits.
Boy, Junior's car is crunched.
We will have Stock Car Racing's version of overtime. This race is scheduled for 200 laps. But if we complete 200 laps under caution, we will go to overtime. We'll explain that in a minute. First, let's look at what happened.
I think.
Watch the right side of your screen. McMurray up high.
I think he may have got a little shove from behind. I'm not sure. It looked like that's Kenseth in the 17.
And they just started stacking up from there.
Yeah, the 88 car looked like Rudd just kind of ran in the back of the 26 of McMurray, and boy, from there on, it was on.
I think Rudd had a car to the outside, Darrell. Probably not much he could do.
Probably couldn't.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29 with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they are still wrecking.
Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears all crashed on the final lap. Have you ever?
Well, a couple of times.
I'm going to repeat what I heard a few years ago. No, I have never.
I got so excited I broke the damn mirror in half.
Jeff Gordon's day ends about like his teammates.
Clint Boyer came across the start-finish line on his roof.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. This is
David Stremme's climbed out. He is okay. It'll come in here from the right in the bottom lane. Clint Boyer gets slid sideways. Whammo.
And he'll cross the start-finish line unofficially upside down in the 18th position.
on fire. I mean, that's Joey Chitwood couldn't do that.
Boyer making a hasty exit through a small window opening. That's one of the things that's going to be addressed by the car of tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's landed back on his wheels with that fire, because